Hey guys, um, welcome to my channel, Lunacy's Astrology. Good to have you here. Today we're going to be talking about the transits for December 2020. It feels like this year has been 5 years and 3 months at the same time. I can't believe we're at the end of 2020, but also I feel like I've aged about 5 years in that space of time, which is kind of ironic. Astrologers, we've been talking about 2020 for a long time, and the January was a big month in astrology, and December is another big month. We have a lot of astrological movement, some placements we haven't seen in 300 years, and it's really a time that is symbolic for a great shift within humanity. So it's all really exciting, and all really positive. That's like the big universal energy. But what I really want to do is talk about the energy on a personal scale, on a for you. So we've started off this month coming out of loads of retrograde planets. So November just had so many retrograde planets going direct. We had Mercury moving direct, we had Mars moving direct, we have Neptune moving direct, which happened a couple of days ago. Now, when planets go from retrograde to direct, what is really happening is they're going in one direction and then they stop and then they go in another direction, which can cause a lot of like confusion and fogginess and disorientation. So November could have had a lot of that, and that energy would have continued until the end of the month. Neptune Direct happened on the 28th of November, and Neptune is our dreams, it's our aspirations, it's our mystical side, it's our ethereal side, it's our dreaminess. And when it went retrograde, it could have caused a lot of confusion, a lot of fogginess, not being able to see things clearly, feeling a kind of disorientated, and because Mars also was direct, we're ready to kind of take charge, but we're still we have all this energy now, and we were hitting roadblocks. Now we have a lot of opportunity, which kind of leads us to be like, where do I go? What direction do I go in? We are in Sagittarius season. So Sagittarius season is optimism, expansion, knowledge, just feeling like happiness and lightness, and it's that optimistic feeling. So that's kind of charging us this month. It's we have a full moon on the 30th, the full moon in Gemini today, when I'm going to post this video and where I'm recording it. Now, it's the beginning of eclipse season, and what eclipses do is they kind of shift our perspective, and they we have a heightened sense of awareness during eclipse season, and it helps us whether it's the full moon or new moon is different. The full moon helps us let go. It helps us release. So we'll have a change of perspective. Usually it comes in the form of new information. We'll have, especially because it's Gemini. So Gemini ruled by Mercury information. So new information which shifts us, which moves us, which makes us move in a direction that is going forward. And it's because the axis is Gemini, knowledge, Sagittarius, higher knowledge, information and higher knowledge. The beginning of the month shows us that we are processing this information. We're having an inner shift within us to prepare us for the second half of December, where we're going to have some of the biggest astrological movements, not just of the century, but of the last 300 years, which is really exciting. So the first couple of weeks we are, processing. It's a combination of receiving new knowledge and then taking that and transmuting it into your higher self. That prepares us for the new moon in Sagittarius, which happens on the 14th. New moons are an opportunity for us to begin something new, to expand, to start. It's a start of projects. It's a start of progression. Now, because it's Sagittarius, it's a good time for you to tap into ways that you feel that you can expand, ways that you can have deeper meaning in your life. It's got a philosophizing energy to it. How it relates to each of us always varies, but it could relate to signing up to a new course, planning some travel. I do think it's going to be plausible in 2020, but the travel doesn't need to necessarily be outside of your home country. Just moving yourself in a new direction. Now, the new moon will make a conjunction to both Mercury and the South Node. Now, for me, it's because we got Chiron going direct the next day. We're already in the Chiron energy. It's a real opportunity for you to process. You've processed all the retrogrades, you've processed all the trauma, but now it's an opportunity for you to be able to speak up, to be able to say your message, convey your message, speak your truth, and stand up to any oppression that's been around you. It's a real, it's an empowerment. South Node, you're clearing that past life energy, you're clearing that trauma, and it's a clearing that inner energy within you. Now, following the Chiron direct, planets start moving from Capricorn to Aquarius. Now, we've had a lot of Capricorn energy for a while, and it's not the end of Capricorn energy because we still have Pluto there till 2024. However, it's the beginning. It's the beginning of a shift. It's the beginning of a change. It's the beginning of us moving away from a capitalist, material-based society and moving into a more humanitarian heart-based society, and one that, you know, it is, technology has a part in it, but the energy is moving into a more heartfelt centered place, with a less focus on our possessions and the material world, and more of how to be decent humans. Yeah, so the shift is basically a new worldview. As we've had Pluto and Capricorn, and lots of Capricorn movements, it's been breaking down our government systems. We've been losing trust, and yeah, 2021 has the movement of moving that forward. The Saturn Jupiter conjunction, yeah, it's an interesting time. It's on winter solstice, and it's also happening at 0 degrees. So it signals the beginning of a new age, which is, yes, I'm very, very excited. Yeah, it's the age of Aquarius. Another movement we are having is the South Node is going to be doing a T-square to Neptune, which is really new, mutable energy. So it's flexible energy. It's being open. It's being free. It's being intuitive. It's connecting to your heart space. We usually when a T-square happens, it means three element. No. We're having said. Oh, okay. I'm not explaining this right. In a nutshell, from the mutable planets, the only energy that will be lacking is Virgo. Now, how it works with your chart and who you are with a person actually relates to this energy. For some of you, it could be whilst you're making decisions, whilst you're in this new energy, you need to take a more logical approach. For others, if you are usually quite in your head and always taking a logical approach, is to let go and be more heart-centered. I'm doing a complete Boris. I'm sorry. But I think when you're in the space and you're feeling the intuition, you'll know exactly what to do. Yeah, finally, we end the year with, on the 29th, sorry. On the 29th, we end the year with a Cancer full moon. Which to me is just, it's so poetic. You know, Cancer is nurturing, it's loving, it's that mothering energy, but it's also, it's the first sign of the emotions. It's the first water sign. So it's, you know, it's a real opportunity for you to tap into what 2020 has meant for you. You know, we've had a lot of astrological movements. We've had a lot of personal wounds come up, insecurities, loss, pain, and the Cancer new moon wants you to honor that, to acknowledge it, to mourn it, and then to let it go. Yeah. So I hope you've enjoyed my December 2020 update. It's a really exciting time, and yeah, I will see you next month. Lots of love.